body isn't rebelling against you. It's doing what it was designed to do, to protect. What's going on, fam? Angus Beef here. Thanks for stopping by to click on this video, and a huge welcome to Anti-Diet TV. And in this week's episode, we're going to be chatting about basically, well, that whole scenario where it's like you feel like you're putting in all the work and your body's just working against you or rebelling against you, right? Now, fun fact, believe it or not, your body, right, it's not rebelling against you. And like by this scenario of like rebelling, I mean like, let's say for example that you're smashing it with all of your efforts and you feel like you've got all the boxes nailed and you're hashtag on point, right? But yet next minute you lose weight and you regain it. Or the scenario that is just like it was working but now all of a sudden it's not, and your results are just flatlined and you don't know what to do, and you think that your body is just not responding anymore, or that it's rebelling against, well, your efforts. All right, now some real talk here is that it's not rebelling against you. All your body's doing is what it was designed to do, which is to keep you alive and to basically survive. Now if you think about it, there's a whole scenario that is the fact that your body is adaptive by nature. So it's like we want to be around for as long as possible, yeah? And your body basically wants the same as well, and naturally it's picking up on the patterns and the signals that you're sending your brain based on what's happening around you and how you respond to it and your choices and actions. So it's like if your body is picking up on the fact that there's all sorts of shit going on and that the environment is full of stress, naturally it's going to adjust how it uses energy, and it's going to adjust some of your hormone balance and your metabolism and that sort of thing to be able to negate and defend against that perceived threat, pretty much. And that perceived threat is kind of like, say for example, you undereating, you cutting out carbs, you eating next to nothing while sipping on unicorn water and putting butter in your coffee. Like just insert basically all trending diets. These are scenarios of basically threat in terms of what your body will perceive. So naturally what it's going to do is it's going to adapt against it, and it's going to adjust some of its mechanisms to be able to defend against that perceived threat. And you when you're on the receiving end of it will basically be experiencing what we'll call plateau, if you will, if your adherence has been absolutely on point. Basically essentially that being the nutshell. So your scenario here is kind of like if you want to basically stop that from happening, well, here's where you need to learn how to work with your body as much as possible. And some of the most basic ways that you can actually go about doing that are essentially trying to make sure that you never go below your BMR calories, doing all that you can to stay above it and keep calories as high as possible when approaching weight loss, to be able to, of course, see the results that you want. Pick up on the signals and know when to use things like diet breaks and stuff like that. If you're unfamiliar with that, let us know and I can point you to some information. Keeping protein nice and high, getting in plenty of plants across your day-to-day. So example, maybe like half a kg up to a kg of different vegetables and fruits and just plants in general, nutritious food. In sync with this, giving a shit about water, so making sure that you're getting in 3 liters or so, potentially more depending on your weight and activity levels. And then in sync with this, giving a shit about sleep, like making sure that you're getting in 7 to 9 hours. Like, believe it or not, if you're in a sleep deprived state and you combine lacking in those factors that I said, well, of course your body's going to pick up on the fact that there's like threat going on, and it's going to adjust things to adapt and prevent against your efforts to lose weight. You see what I mean? So it's like, put yourself in the shoes of your body. Like, you see what I mean? So it's like if you were seeing all this sort of shit that you're doing, would you want a bar of it? Like, you see what I mean? You'd want to defend against it because you'd be thinking like, what the fuck? And therefore you would adjust things to be able to prevent that perceived destruction. So just remember, your body wants to be basically in a state of homeostasis. Homeostasis refers to just everything being a-okay and it knowing that it's fed, nourished, looked after, and that everything's fine. So when it picks up on your environment and all this physical and mental stress slash the added stresses of the things I just said before, naturally it's going to respond and adapt to prevent against your efforts. So the best thing you can do to be able to prevent your body rebelling against you is to work with it as much as you can, and that is how you will win long term. So hence, hint here why I hate dieting so much in terms of conventional bullshit, because it fires up a lot of this adaptation and a lot of these defense mechanisms. It makes you fixate on food, it makes you want to overeat and rah. So this is why it's wise to learn how to work with your body, and then once you have these foundations down pat, learning then how to eat for consistent nourishment and incorporating pleasure into the game, so that way you can create a lifestyle around all this. Now, if you're picking up what I'm putting down here and you feel that it's a bit of a struggle for you to be able to take these points on and actually take action on them, feel free to get in touch. I'd love to hook you up with some more information, or potentially even coach you if that's something that you're open to. Otherwise, if you gain some value from this video, give it some love and share it in your stories or share it on social media. Tag me in it. Let's get this seen by more people. And hang around, check out some more episodes of the Anti-Diet TV series. Not the series, but you see what I mean. Check out some other videos. Follow me on social media. I'd love to have you sharing my journey. Otherwise, big love and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace out, fam.